17-year-old Emma Martinez started self-harming after spending 8 hours on social media. Her family attributed this to adolescent problems. But the documents Alex Chen leaked tonight show that Emma's situation wasn't coincidental. Algorithms were deliberately designed to create this outcome. It's exactly 11:20 p.m. in a secret location in San Francisco's South of Market Tech District. Across from me sits Alex Chen, a 32-year-old data scientist who worked as an algorithm development engineer at ConnectFlow, one of the world's largest social media platforms, for 7 years, carrying deep regret in his eye. Tonight he has decided to listen to his conscience and is prepared to reveal the darkest truths about the social media industry. "Do you remember Emma Martinez?" Alex begins, his voice trembling. 17 years old, high school senior, a bright young girl with dreams. She spent an average of 8 hours daily on ConnectFlow, and she became a little more depressive each passing day. Emma's story is a tragic example showing how social media algorithms deliberately manipulate young minds. Emma was a normal, healthy teenager, Alex confesses, but our algorithms systematically directed her toward depressive content. This wasn't coincidental, this was intentional. What Alex Chen reveals seems unbelievable at first. But the company documents, code snippets, and internal emails in his possession expose a horrifying truth. Social media companies deliberately manipulate algorithms to make users addicted instead of happy. The content shown to Emma was specifically selected, Alex continues, his eyes filled with tears. Content that would make her happy and feel good about herself was blocked. Instead, she was constantly shown depressive, anxiety-creating content that made her compare herself to others. "The biggest scandal is in the algorithm manipulation system," says Alex Chen, placing a thick file on the table. Algorithms are specifically designed to put users in negative emotional states. The goal is to create addiction and increase screen time. When he opens the file, the scene before me is shocking. ConnectFlow's actual algorithm codes. Content that reduces user happiness levels gets 300% more priority. Posts creating negative emotions are boosted by the algorithm. Positive, constructive content is deliberately hidden. Because, Alex explains, happy people use less social media. Depressive, anxious people constantly seek validation and spend more time on the platform. More time means more advertising revenue. This situation isn't just a financial calculation, it's a humanitarian tragedy. Emma's feed constantly showed peers who appeared more successful, more beautiful, more happy than her, he recounts. This made Emma feel inadequate, and we wanted this. The second scandal is in the depression algorithm. Content that creates depressive feelings has special priority in the system, says Alex. The platform specifically highlights content that will make the user depressive. Emma's algorithm history reveals the dire situation. Emma had seen body-shaming posts. The algorithm noted this and started showing her content that would create appearance anxiety. Emma shared a post about academic stress. The algorithm sent her content that would create failure anxiety. This depression cycle was deliberately designed, Alex explains. The more depressive the user becomes, the more they seek dopamine hits, and social media becomes the source of that dopamine. Emma's mental health condition gradually worsened. The algorithm detected that Emma looked at content related to self-harm. Alex confesses, "The normal thing would be to block this content, but we started showing more of it." The third scandal is in addiction engineering. The platform is specifically designed to create addiction in young people, says Alex. Dopamine hits, creating FOMO, seeking validation, all are conscious engineering. Emma's usage patterns show the anatomy of addiction. When Emma looked at her phone, she saw content she liked with a 15% probability. Alex explains, this is the same principle as the variable reward system in gambling machines. The most effective method for creating addiction. The platform also manipulated Emma's need for social validation, he continues. When she posted, likes were delayed. This pushed her to check more, spend more time. This addiction caused Emma to disconnect from her real life. She stopped spending face-to-face time with friends, Alex recounts, because real life seemed boring compared to the artificial stimulation on social media. The fourth scandal is in sleep pattern destruction. The platform offers more addictive content specifically during nighttime hours, says Alex. Disrupting young people's sleep patterns makes them more vulnerable. Emma's nighttime usage statistics are horrific. When she opened it after 11 p.m., especially engaging content would appear. Infinite scroll worked faster. The algorithm was optimized to keep her awake. Because, he explains, sleepless young people become more impulsive, more emotional, more vulnerable. This means more engagement. Emma's sleep patterns were completely disrupted. She would stay on the platform until 3 a.m., Alex recounts. She'd wake up tired in the morning, come back to the platform throughout the day for dopamine fixes. Perfect addiction cycle. The fifth scandal is in comparison psychology. The algorithm specifically encourages young people to make comparisons with others, says Alex. We weaponize social comparison theory. The content shown to Emma was strategic. She constantly saw peers who appeared better than her. Alex explains. Perfect vacation photos, academic achievements, social popularity. Emma felt inadequate every time. This comparison culture is deliberately created, he confesses. Because when people feel bad about themselves, they seek more validation. And the platform exploits this need. Emma's self-esteem was under constant attack. With each scroll, her self-confidence decreased a little more. Alex recounts. And we tracked this as a metric. The sixth scandal is in the fake validation system. The platform offers artificial validation instead of real social connection, says Alex. Likes, comments, shares, all dopamine manipulation. Emma's validation seeking was a toy in the company's hands. When she posted, likes came with a trickle-in system. Alex explains. This forced her to constantly check, deepening the addiction. We also used fake interactions, Alex confesses. Bot accounts interacted with Emma's content to keep her on the platform. Most of what Emma thought was real connection was artificial. This fake social environment poisoned Emma's real relationships. She distanced herself from real friends, Alex recounts, because real friendship seemed slow and effort-requiring compared to instant gratification on social media. The seventh scandal is mental health exploitation. The platform uses users' mental health struggles as data and makes money from it, says Alex. Emma's mental health data was a gold mine for the company. Depression keywords, anxiety indicators, self-harm interest, all were recorded in her profile. Alex explains. And this data was sold to therapy apps, pharmaceutical companies. The most cynical party continues, while we used the algorithm to damage Emma's mental health, we then made money from those mental health problems. Emma couldn't find real help on the platform. Features that appeared to be mental health support were actually designed for more data collection, Alex confesses. What about Emma's family? I ask. Alex's face darkens further. We lie to families, he says. Parental controls, screen time limiters, all for show. In reality, young people can easily bypass these. Emma's parents thought the platform was safe. We show as if we have well-being features, Alex explains. But in reality, these features are also optimized to increase engagement. Emma's family couldn't understand why their daughter was becoming depressive, he recounts. Because we put the responsibility on the young people themselves, making technology addiction seem like their weakness. How do you live with this situation? I ask. Alex's tears flow non-stop. I think about Emma and millions of young people like her every night, he says. I write code to steal their happiness. I optimize algorithms to destroy their mental health. The night I learned Emma was self-harming, I couldn't sleep, he continues. Because I know our code showed her self-harm content that night. At the end of this conscience reckoning, he decided, enough. People need to know the truth. Is only Emma affected like this? I ask. The answer is horrifying. ConnectFlow has 500 million daily active users, says Alex. 60% of them are under 25. All of them receive the same treatment Emma experienced. This means the problem is global. When I talk to friends at other platforms, I learn they use the same methods. This is industry standard. Teen depression rates increased 300% during the period when platforms became widespread, Alex adds. This isn't coincidence. This is consequence. Can this system change? I ask. Alex looks hopeful. Regulation is needed, he says. Just as cigarette companies were regulated, social media should be too. Especially for young people. Also, transparency is essential, he adds. How algorithms work should be explained. People should know what they're exposed to. What I told you tonight, says Alex, is just one company's story. But this is the problem of the entire social media industry. I will never forgive myself for destroying Emma Martinez's mental health. But if I stay silent, more Emmas will be harmed. His final sentence echoes in my ears. Every parent should very carefully monitor their children's social media use. Because behind that screen there are algorithms designed to steal their happiness. The story I heard tonight isn't just Emma Martinez's story. It's the reality of the corporate manipulation behind millions of young people's social media addiction. The truths that Alex Chen courageously shared, I hope, will be the beginning of change. Because our young people don't deserve the mental health destruction Emma experienced. At TechFlow headquarters in Seattle, similar patterns emerge. Internal documents show that 16-year-old Sarah Johnson was systematically fed content promoting eating disorders after she searched for fitness tips, leading to a severe case of anorexia. MindConnect platform in Austin faces investigation after whistleblower testimony revealed that their algorithm specifically targets vulnerable teenagers experiencing family problems, feeding them content that increases suicidal ideation. Social Sphere in Boston recently settled a lawsuit when the Rodriguez family proved their son Carlos was deliberately shown self-harm content that contributed to his suicide attempt. The pattern extends beyond individual platforms. Federal investigators estimate that algorithmic manipulation affects over 100 million teenagers worldwide, with depression rates among heavy social media users reaching 400% above national averages. Dr. Jennifer Thompson, a leading adolescent psychiatrist, confirms, what we're seeing isn't normal teenage development. These are symptoms of systematic psychological manipulation designed to create dependency. Alex Chen now works with federal regulators, helping draft legislation that would require social media companies to disclose their algorithmic practices. His testimony has led to investigations in 12 countries and criminal charges against 23. But for Emma Martinez, intervention came almost too late. After months of therapy and digital detox, she's slowly recovering. Her message to other teens, social media isn't real life. The feelings it creates aren't real. Your worth isn't measured in likes. Emma's mother keeps a photo from before her social media addiction, Emma laughing with friends at a school event, genuinely happy. I should have paid more attention to the warning signs, she told support groups. I thought it was just normal teenage behavior. The proposed Digital Wellness Act would require platforms to provide algorithmic transparency, implement genuine well-being features, and face criminal penalties for deliberately harming users' mental health. Alex Chen's final reflection: every line of code I wrote was designed to exploit human psychology for profit. That knowledge will haunt me forever. But if sharing this prevents even one teenager from experiencing what Emma went through, speaking out was worth it. Important note: this story addresses potential harms of social media, but seeking help for digital wellness and mental health support should never be delayed. Professional support is always available.